So I did not expect to see PTR changes for Enhanced today. But our talents tree has been swapped around a bit. Where are the notes? I want to read through these before I got into the actually looking at it. So several talents moved around. Starter build updates. Elemental Assault can now generate Maelstrom weapon charges from Ice Strike and Lava Lash instead of just Storm Strike. That's pretty cool. It's gonna give us a lot more guaranteed Maelstrom weapon stacks. Legacy the Frost Switch now also increases frost damage when you're consuming 10 stacks of Maelstrom weapon rather than only physical. That's pretty cool. That seems like that could actually be pretty useful for both builds now, especially Mythic Plus. That's actually kind of insane for that Elementalist setup in Mythic Plus to get. Man, getting a frost damage increase on Hailstorm, which is already pretty insane AoE damage. That's gonna be awesome. Primordial Wave can no longer be used to heal a friendly ally. Kind of forgot about that, not gonna lie. Splintered Elements grants you 20% haste plus an additional 4% haste per target hit by Primordial Wave. Wait. Oh yeah, per extra target hit by Primordial Wave. I assume that's like by the lightning bolts. Seems like it's worded kind of weirdly, rather than 10% haste per target hit. So I guess so if you have 6 targets, so 6 times 4, 24, and then you add that to 20, gives you a cap of 44% haste, which is lower than what the old cap would have been. But at the same time, we're already getting to a point in the expansion where we're getting a lot of haste anyways, and then this just gives us a guaranteed 20% even in single target, so this should work out much better than it was in single target in the past, I suppose. Doesn't seem bad. New talent, Tempest Strikes, passive, Storm Strike, Lava Lash, and Ice Strike have a chance to cause bonus nature damage to your target. Choice node with Elemental Blast, so that's interesting. So they're trying to make it so you have a chance to choose something other than Elemental Blast if you don't want to use extra keybind. That makes sense. And then some bug fixes with the tier sets. So what does talent tree look like now? So a lot of the right side is kind of the same, and like the bottom paths are all the same, I believe, still. But then they moved around Feral Lunge and Elemental Blast. Yeah, because Elemental Blast used to be like down here. Wind Fury swapped sides, or Wind Fury swapped with Sundering, and then that moved up here, which I don't know if that matters. I think that's more of a PvP thing, so I don't really care about that. I'm just gonna look at one thing real fast. So if you do an Elementalist build now, just reset the right side of this. I assume things more or less stay the same, like probably. Let's see what happens here. We'll just go a typical Hailstorm build. So let's see, does this really affect much? I mean, we already take Sundering, Raging Maelstrom, or Flowing Maelstrom. If we're doing like an AoE build, I guess we would normally skip both of these. So that doesn't really affect anything. And then we would drop down like that. But the fact that Legacy of the Frost Switch gives bonus frost damage is interesting. But there's probably not a real great way to pick that up with this setup, is there? I don't know where we would be able to drop points on this from. So I think we would still want to keep like Splintered Elements and anything down here. And then aside from that, we can't really remove anything from up here, so the point we'd have to move over would be maybe from like Elemental Assault or something. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, would you just go 2 points in Legacy now, maybe? Is this? I feel like I'm missing something else. So we didn't go Elemental Assault. I don't know, I picked that up. What's the other point I was missing? There's the one that's for the Maelstrom, and then I don't know where else I was missing my point. Huh. Well, that's kinda interesting. I wonder if physical build is gonna be better just going Hailstorm with like Legacy though. Cause like physical build, you would go what, down the left side of the tree. So for AoE. Oh right, we definitely need to take one flash. Probably at least 1 point more on assault now to make Primordial Wave useful. So that leaves probably a point in Storm's Wrath here. We probably want Storm Blast though. So let's see, we definitely do that. Probably a point in Storm Blast. And then if we're thinking AoE, like if you just put the rest of your points down there. I don't know if you have the points. I wonder how good going like Ice Strike and taking this down into Hailstorm is then, and taking a point in Legacy. Although if you only get 1 point there, might not be overly great. Huh. I'll have to play around with this sometime in PTR. Or so, but I think about that more later. I think I'm just gonna swap over retail, do some Mythic Plus. I haven't really done any in a little bit now, so need to kind of get back into the swing of things. I noticed dude raid the last like week or two that I felt like I was kind of playing like ass, so I think I should start doing weekly Mythic Plus again. I'm really interested to see if that new talent that replaces Elemental Blast ends up being better than Elemental Blast in like a Storm single target build, or if Elemental Blast just beats it out by too much still. Oh, I just realized I can actually have PTR and retail up at the same time. I guess that makes sense. I kind of thought it would be like classic though, where it would boot you out of the other from logging out. But yeah, so I wonder if that new talent's gonna out sim with how often we use Storm Strike in that build or not. Elemental Blast giving us free stats is probably too good to pass up, plus its damage is kind of ridiculously good anyways, so we'll see. I'm sure some sims and things will come out pretty quickly.
I can't carry any more of those.
Let's see, I need to make sure I'm in like the right build and everything. I know I did scarring yesterday and I forgot to swap trinkets and basically didn't use my trinket for the whole fight, which was pretty stupid. What are the affixes this week? Storming, Raging, Tyrannical. I forgot I should also go grab my reward sometime. Even though I don't need anything. Guess I'll just turn my tokens into like gold or something. Let's see. I just find that weird when there's a +20 group that's just sitting there for 3 minutes without anyone else joining it. You gotta love like the 3 or 4 paladin groups. Alright, I have to show my voodoo and everything too. I do kind of wonder if we will even need to run Wind Fury much in Mythic Plus next season or not. Because it depends what the comps end up being like. I mean, ultimately it's just gonna matter what's in your group, but it seems like Wind Fury Totem might be easier to drop now if you're not running with a lot of melee. The new talents too.
Get the voodoo. You'll be careful now.
Oh no, come back.
What's up? Keep it real.
I keep thinking the Brewfest tokens are actual gold items. Have food now that I think about it? I do.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Still not used to hearing the bigwig sounds. I used DBM for like my entire life until a week or 2 ago. Well, I guess maybe like 3 weeks ago now. I stand in front of her, that's bad. I still hate storming so much. This is technically right.
For the glory of the
Did a cast get off there that I should pay attention to? Or did I stand in something? Oh, I stood in the feast. Goddamn, I'm an idiot. So bad, such a stupid way to die. That's my bad. Also, completely wasted that food too. Sit on stacks too long too. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I threw decurse on for this either. Fuck. Just gotta make sure this cast don't get off from the ads up here. It's unfortunate. Shit is like preemptively defensive right there, I guess. Oh shit. I think I moved away too soon. Excited with how the new enhanced stuff is looking? Yeah, definitely actually. With how there have been basically no word about enhance on PTR outside of the tier set bonus, I wasn't really expecting them to make any changes. So the fact that they came out today with a few things is pretty cool. I looked a little bit at the new talent tree earlier, and it seems like it's going to be pretty solid. I guess the changes, I don't know if they're going to be like how huge they are. I still think I'm going to complain that Feral Lunch is probably not ever capable of being picked, but you know, it is what it is. But I think the new talent that is a choice between Elemental Blast and the new thing, I don't remember the name of it, where it's like you do bonus nature damage or bonus lightning damage on I guess that is nature, on your like storm strikes, I think it was. Seems like it's gonna be fairly cool. I just want to know how well it sims, because if we get away from using Elemental Blast for that build specifically, it could be kind of cool. I don't really have anything against Elemental Blast, but at the same time, I feel like in the single target build right now, it feels a little out of place. I'm gonna have to look more at the tree like later tomorrow. My brain's kind of done thinking for today. It's like a long day at work, so I'll just kind of chill at this point. I don't really want to look too deep into it. But I assume if like sims and everything get updated, that'll be kind of fun to play around with. Maybe Lust was a bad timing? Yeah, it's the charge. It's gonna do tantrum soon, so I guess this maybe I should just waited for the tantrum to go off. Also, the elemental assault change seems like it'll be really good once that's in the game, to make it so the other things outside of Storm Strike also give guaranteed stacks. It seems like all the changes are gonna possibly make like the Elementalist setup more competitive in single target, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough to take over from the Storm build. Just realized my damage on this is absolutely terrible right now. I completely missed that one. started doing this dungeon back in DFA too, and I never thought this boss was that bad. I always thought it was the third boss that was harder. Goddamn, I suck. I think I've died for like every boss. Oh my god. I guess I didn't die the third boss, but fuck me. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna be upset if I'm like the reason this isn't timed. I mean, this probably should have been like an easy +3 too, but oh shit, I suck. This is why I said I need to do Mythic Plus more again. Hopefully my Vol will at least reward me with a 447 die. Pull that? Okay. I thought we pulled him at first. Okay, I'm standing so many things. I just realized my character's invisible right now, isn't it? I don't know how to fix that. It seems like it keeps happening to me lately, but it's not consistent on like what's causing it. I guess I don't know if it really matters too much. I feel like I just judge where my character is based on the center of my screen rather than looking at my actual model. Is that weird? Is that what most people do? I remember one of my friends telling me he watches warrior animations a lot to know what to do or something, and I thought that was kind of weird.
Virulent specimen detected. Containment priority 1.
Stack on tank. I'm gonna live through this boss fight. Okay, do this. This is actually a fairly annoying fight with storming too. just realized I've probably been spreading the stuff too far when I was moving on that, wasn't I? Yeah, we still plus 2'd it.
Go! Get help! I'll see what I can do from inside Uldir to stop this
This is my
corruption.
keystone, an ultimate. Damn, I look at a 19 too. Alright, let's run something else. I should go through and try to... I don't think I ever really timed everything on both weeks. I should go through and do that sometime before the season ends. Got like, what, a month and a half now or something? Let's see.
I don't have a target. It's too far away.
Freehold loss. Thoughts on the new talent tree? Man, I should have taken a screenshot. It was on PTR. Does Wahad have it updated online? I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. Hold on, let me see if I pull up the tree again. Don't think it's updated on Wahad though. I need to like pull it back up to look at it. I think it looks pretty good. Like, most of the changes they're doing are really nice. So like the new elemental assault giving us more maelstrom charges on like other things other than just storm strike sounds really nice. The new talent for elemental blast, or the shared node with elemental blast, sounds really good. I really want to know how it sims, because I think it could be better than elemental blast. Let me go back to PTR. Let me load this up real fast. I need to look at the tree again. So I'll just close this one and it should swap over to the other game. Do I think haste reduction from Primordial Wave is a bit much? Maybe. I don't know if that's gonna affect us like too much. So it helps single target a little bit. Well, I don't know, it is kind of interesting because so it only happens, that's only from splintered elements, right? So it has to be, you have to get this full tree for that to matter. And the only time we're really getting that full tree is on the Elementalist build. So I think Elementalist build, like single target, likes that change just because it should getting like, you know, 20% haste guaranteed in single target is pretty nice now. But yeah, I mean it's what, a maximum of 44% haste compared to 60% in the past. I don't know if that's gonna hit us too bad in AoE or not though, to be honest. Like, I feel like haste is good for the Elementalist build, but I feel like mastery is just so much more important. And since we're getting later into the expansion, we're getting more haste just from our just like from stats and everything. I don't know if we're gonna feel it too much. I guess it probably keeps our haste maybe around where it's at currently, but we'll kind of have to see. I think like And at the same time, I'm assuming they probably wanted to nerf that because the primordial wave buff is just gonna be up like so much more often now. Like we're gonna have really high uptime on this because it's a 12-second buff, and primordial wave with our tier set is going to be you know, off cooldown a lot more frequently. I mean, it's what, a 45-second cooldown. The tier set drops it off by 7 seconds per wolf, right? So just casting this alone means that it's already down to like a 38-second cooldown, and then if you get another 14 seconds off with a feral spirit cast in there, yeah, I think that's probably kind of the logic on it, is that we're gonna have this up and have the buff from it up frequently enough to where it's not gonna hurt too bad. I guess, like, I mean, 60% haste buff on a, I want to know what the uptime is that actually, and I don't have details or anything on PTR, so I can't go hit a target dummy and really see, unfortunately. I should probably update that sometime. But like, other than that, like, I think the other changes are really good. The left side of the tree here is really just entirely focused for storm build now, since you don't have elemental blast kind of awkwardly over here, because I think elemental blast was right here, right? And so the elementalist setup always had to go through, well, am I thinking of that right? Hold on, let me double check. I might be crazy. Was it Stormbringer we were always pathing to? Or Storm's Wrath, rather, yeah. So that's kind of nice, because like Storm's Wrath doesn't really matter too much for the elementalist setup, and like anytime we needed that or wanted to run elemental blast, we had to path through that, so we kind of get a talent point back for not worrying about that, since that's just right up here and pass off of Raging Maelstrom. So that's a pretty nice extra talent point we're gonna get, especially for like a funnel build, because I think like what funnel build is pretty similar to this, aside from you wouldn't have, well, actually, now that I think about it though, no, that works out. I was gonna say we might not have the right pathing, but then you just path down like that, and then you don't have this point here and kind of have that more freed up to go elsewhere for like a funnel, which you probably, I wonder if that ends up going either one point into Elemental Assault or maybe one point at Legacy of the Frost Witch. I think the Legacy of the Frost Witch change is actually pretty interesting to make it so that it boosts physical and frost damage. At the same time, it's kind of weird because it felt like there was finally a chance where maybe Fire Nova is going to be that go-to option for the physical build, and then suddenly because like Fire Nova would be buffed up by Legacy of the Frost Witch prior to this, and then now they're like, oh, by the way, this also buffs up Hailstorm. So that's kind of interesting. I think that just kind of kills off Fire Nova again, to be honest. But that's kind of interesting. I imagine if you do a Storm Cleave like build now, you probably just go Hailstorm instead, and that might actually be a decently competitive option in Mythic Plus now. I guess it's nice that they moved around Feral Lunge, but again, I don't think we ever have a shot to pick this up again. And then having Wind Fury swap sides is kind of nice, because I think it's not really in the way of pathing anymore. And if I remember right, I think it was like kind of the Storm Cleave build right now that was relying on that for a pathing option. And so I think if you were to do kind of a Storm Cleave like build now, you don't need to worry about taking that, and you just path down this way with Sundering. So that's kind of nice, but again, we're probably always running Wind Fury anyways. And I don't know if any of the other talent swapping around really matters a whole lot. I mean, this up here moving like Refreshing Waters and everything is kind of whatever. It was probably weird that that was attached to Sundering in the first place, so I imagine this is probably a fairly decent change for PvP players. But I can't really comment on that because I don't PvP. I don't know if our builds like changed too much, but like I thought we were already in a solid spot before they even made these PTR changes, so them making this just gives us that extra little boost even to make the class feel even better, so can't really complain about any of these. Aside from maybe the splintered elements nerf, but again, I think it's kind of whatever. Is it not doing too well in the new raid? I have been a bit behind at looking at some of the testing for that. Was planning on doing that this weekend. I haven't really looked at like trinkets and things in the new. Oh, did I just freeze? Oh, that's weird. I haven't really looked at like trinkets and things either. So like, do we also not have any like overly great trinkets? Oh yeah, I forgot there's also the mount in this. That's gonna be cool to get. Oh, there's also a customization option too from last boss. I kind of assumed they weren't doing that since it was actually gonna drop them out. I guess that's the opposite of last year though, because wasn't last year Enhancement doing super well at the beginning of raid testing, and then it got a little bit worse after some of the trinket nerfs. So what are... Seeing all nearby enemies, flame deals, really increasing with effects crit strike first and striking multiple enemies. I mean, that's crit, but I assume that would still be fairly decent for us. Though if it increases by crit and burst, I don't know if that's, maybe that's kind of meh for us. Join the dream team. Oh, so this is basically the new chromatic essence trinket. I wonder what the passive bonuses. Oh wait, no, they're passive bonus. Never mind. I read that completely wrong. That seems pretty nice. A haste trinket that gives us agility on a 20 seconds of agility. Oh, but then we lose haste. We lose haste for 60 seconds. Shit. That's probably terrible. Your soul ignites, granting this bonus again without decaying. Huh? I assume that's like a near death type of thing. Seems kind of a weird trinket. Twisting blade into your target, dealing physical damage after 3 seconds. The blade ignites, with shadow flame returns to you, dealing more damage. Split between the targets and enemies in its path. Haste trinket just needs tuning. Yeah, but like, oh well, I guess so the losing 730 haste is, it's just losing the haste that the trinket grants you. I guess 5,000 agility is pretty big, but it does decay over, I mean 20 seconds uptime on that is still pretty good even with the decay, I would think. But that's, I don't know, that's kind of interesting. Are there sims up for trinkets at all? Like, does Blood Metal have anything yet? Or is that not, I don't know if they do anything for PTR. Oh, whoops. What were the other three? Alright, tried that one. Chance to brand target. A lot of fire damage trinkets. Which I guess makes sense because that's kind of the theme of the raid, right? As people burning the Emerald Dream or whatever. Do 50% of its damage to you if enemies near your target suffer 10% of the fire damage dealt split between them. I assume this seems like a trinket that's like banned in raid during Prague or something. Use lava bolt every 2 seconds, dealing volcanic damage every third summoning, call forth 3 serpents instead. Target dies, serpent rages to deal more volcanic damage up to 8 nearby enemies. That's interesting. That sounds like a trinket that's never gonna be great, but like, that's interesting. So it depends what the chance is to actually summon it. But you get it for 10 seconds and it's basically every serpent is doing what, around 50k if it's spawnable every 2 seconds? A little under 50k. That's true, I really haven't looked at the Mythic Plus trinkets either. Oh yeah, those they would show up in the set right now. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't even remember what all of the things are. What is the one? What's that one that I call him? Oh, I meant raids. That's why. Oh, it still isn't updated here though. What is Stern of the Tides drop? This is the one dungeon I'm like most worried about. It doesn't have any like trinkets or anything. Haste crit weapon though. I don't know. I'd have to go back and do Throne of the Tides, but I remember doing this on like time walking, and I always kind of hated it. You also have to like kind of backtrack on this dungeon, right? Like this is the one where you go through like the center or something, and then you go up like an elevator and fight a boss, and then don't you have to like go back down the elevator and go towards the front to the left or something? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. If I remember it, this dungeon was very awkward, and I think this final fight was kind of weird too, because I think it started where there was like an ad phase at the beginning of it, and you had to kind of wait and fight the boss on a timer or something. I need to do it again, but that was the one that I was kind of questioning when they did the season 2 announcement. And now I'm kind of blanking on what most of the other dungeons actually were. I think Everbloom was one, but I don't remember much about that one. What else was there? There's like 1 or 2 from Legion, right? I think it might have been like Blackrock Hold was the other one. Deal physical damage, increase all damage target takes from you by 50%. Seems like that'd be pretty good, and it's haste. Yeah, I mean I'm sure they could. I'm sure they've done something to it on PTR too. Well, I know they've done some Mythic Plus stuff on PTR, but I haven't paid attention if all the dungeons were involved or not. Oh yeah, Darkheart and Manor. Oh yeah, how did I forget about Manor? I used to love Manor. I don't know what that drops though. No trinkets or anything. Does this have a weapon? Crit haste and haste first weapon. I think I kind of remember that. Well, I guess that's like a very generic looking BFA type of mace. Darkheart was... When was Darkheart? Is it Legion? Legion. Melee attacks have a chance to grant you 15 haste every 1 second for 20 seconds. That seems like it would be pretty good, and it just gives agility. So that does look good. Oh, and then right, the Dawn of the Infinite, the Mega Dungeon. I still haven't done this. I need to do this too before the new season starts. I think I heard the trinkets in here were decent. Right, so it gives agility and attack strain hourglass, giving you a chance to gain 84 haste up to 8 times before the sand runs out. Once the glass is empty, next offensive ability performs a flurry of strikes, dealing physical damage per attack and flipping the hourglass to begin the cycle anew. I mean, that seems like it'd be pretty good. Yeah, I do think I have heard about the mirror trinket. I wonder what spells it cast for Shaman. And high secondary stat for us would be like so good because honestly both our primary and secondary stats, or no, so both of our like 2 primary secondary stats, crit and, or not crit, haste and mastery are pretty good, so no matter which one you're getting, should be nice. Where does this sim currently? Yeah, it's like both of these trinkets, according to Blood Mallet, are up there right now in general. Aside from Chromatic Essence, the Neltharion trinkets, and Loaded Dice, Bomb Dispenser, and Pocket Anvil, these are like the 2 top trinkets for us. So those might just end up being like the best next patch regardless, unless they nerf them or tune them. Huh. Can you actually get those? You can't get up to 447 right now though, can you? If I remember right. CDM, you're too long. How long is it? 3 minutes? Yeah. Maybe. I guess it depends how much damage you actually get off during that. I mean, if it's that high in Blood Mallet though, like it's gotta be a pretty good sign. I kinda hate using unused trinkets, especially when they're that long though. I mean, I'll still use it if it's the best, I just never find that like fun, I guess. Huh. Alright, I think I'm gonna go do like another Mythic Plus or 2. Let me swap back over. Not too classic. Though I do need to get back to leveling hardcore sometime. Sorry, I got distracted reading text messages. Alright, let's see what I can get a group for. Don't really want to run Underground again since I just did that. I could do Braconite. I haven't done that in forever. Could also run Vortex Pinnacle. Kind of want to group with Augments because the Augment's always fun. Kata.
I have many lucky doos you like.
That kind of scared me. I kind of thought I jumped off the edge by accident. Should I have summon? Should probably be nice. Oh, that's not the person. My music's something. Oh, am I? Sorry. You are correct. Just do an entire Mythic Plus and can't even see it. Well, I guess I don't really have to worry about being our lust on this either, since we got the augments.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Oh my god, I hate the soldiers in this so much.
I'm out of range.
Oh, this is not good. Not a great start.
It's too far. I'm out of range.
Yeah, I don't think I've really seen many Frost DKs this season. I know there's a time when people were kind of joking about them because they were showing us really high up in raid parses, but then you looked and there's only like 100 people playing it or something. That was stupid of me. Made it out though.
Need a target.
Also, I did not realize that the Hunter's mark changed and made it to PTR instead. It was like a raid buff, kind of. For some reason, I thought the damage increase only affected the Hunter's damage. I didn't realize it was everyone. Still, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be overly great since it's like a like high health target damage increase. Get reverse execute. Is there a name for that? It feels like bosses get down to 80% so fast that it's not even worthwhile. Oh shit, how did he die? He should be able to turn off Angel, right? Oh, he's got it. Yeah, I think it is Hunter based on is it? I saw like Reddit people were talking about it. So I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, that's neat for Hunters, and then I just didn't think about it again until I saw a comment thread about it. Oops. I assume they're trying to get Hunter to a place to where like you actually have a reason to bring one to the raid. Kind of like most other classes now. And I guess the only way they really do that with how the game is currently is with a raid buff. Oh, there's too much to dodge on this now. It's either that or Hunter has to just be like top damage. But they probably have to be top damage by a lot. Honestly though, they should just buff Survival Hunter. I want to see Survival Hunter topping charts again. That'd be fun. Do we have... Oh right, that might be res. I was forgetting about theirs. I probably should have stayed defensive for that set rather than popping on first set. I feel like first set's probably when healers are always gonna have a cooldown of some sort of running. I could also just set Spirit Wolf doing that. Is BM still really good single target? Actually, don't they have decent AoE too? Or am I thinking of that wrong? I don't think I've really played with any hunters this tier. I don't think either guild has really ran a hunter. The one hunter we did have swapped to Augment Evoker. Which I assume the Augment Evoker is probably going to be really good for this tier still, and then probably get hit with the nerf bat. Damn, that was really easy. Normally I feel like killing that if almost seems like I'm gonna die at least once. I don't know why I kept another wave the whole time I was gonna them. That was a waste. Should have saved it for next pack at that point.
I need to target something else.
Didn't realize people actually fought both dragons. This is a nice bait. Yeah, now that I think about it, I thought it was fortified that I never timed on this for some reason on a 20. seems weird. I feel like this dungeon's harder on Tyrannical than it is Fortified. Oh, he's an angel. Guess we got B-Res up. I actually really like the fact that Big Wigs just has the nice little dinging sound for when I do get back into the. It's kind of rough. Healer's dead again. Oh, that's really not good. Oof, I kind of fucked myself in that. Did I unlock this? Nope, that was fucking stupid. I don't know what I expected. Oh, that was so bad. At least they still got this. I guess I'll just run back at that point. Fuck. I reacted to that heal like way too late. This time on this is gonna end up being a little bit closer than expected. again. I keep mousing over enemies to check to see if I can loot them for some reason. I don't know how I got in that habit again.
Too far away. I need a target. I'm out of range.
Did he like float too far over?
I don't have a target.
I was about to say, how did someone, or why did we pull the boss early? Huh. Does Bigwigs not give a jump indicator the same as DPM did? Kinda expected to hear like a dinging sound or something once it was time to jump. Glad I timed that correctly. So I think I just timed this primordial wave for the Nova. Wow, that was a really great spot for that to spawn. It's the best spawn I've ever seen on this. Oh, have I been getting PI the whole time? I didn't even think about that. That's nice. jumped that one late. The lightning bolt to finish him off. I wish Mythic Plus gave more gold. Wow, my Mythic Plus rating went up by 1 for that. I don't think I've got a rating change in forever. I wish Mythic Plus gave more gold though. Or I wish there was a chance to get like augment runes from this or something. Gold inflation get even worse. That's true. I saw that like WoW token prices are kind of insane right now too. That's not the right tab. Like 328. I guess they dropped a little bit, but I looked the other day and they were up to like 340, which I thought was kind of insanely high. I did hear that was it the Dream Surges have a thing right now to be able to get or increase the gold from the war quest or something. Yeah, no, it's like insane. Did they drop just because Did they jump just because the Dream Surge thing? Because I know those increase gold, and I noticed the other day. It's not as bad right now. I looked the other day and there's like a ton of gold war quests and stuff up too, but I need yeah, I'm only at like 200k right now. I've just been kind of grinding world quests recently for some gold just to prep for next patch. I feel like I need to get like another 100 or 200k for it. Honestly, I should probably just buy a WoW token, but I really don't want to just pay money for gold, to be honest. Doesn't sound appealing. That's true, yeah. I think my guild does like heroic sales sometimes too, that I could probably join and make some gold off that too. God damn, 100k just for that? I guess you're splitting that 5 ways, right? But that's still, or no, you'd be splitting it 4 ways, so like 25k each. That's still pretty good. Oh yeah, I see a bunch of people spamming mega dungeons runs in chat right now. Power level arena boost. Huh, I guess I didn't realize how many sales for mega dungeons there actually were right now. Oh, 100k each, that's fucking insane. Is there any reason to sell a plus 20 key now though? Because if you do a plus 16, you're still getting the vault slots for a 447. So why even buy that? I guess, well, if you want into dungeon gear, then I guess that is the better option. Oh, and portals, yeah. Portals are so convenient. Although I feel like portals are kind of stupid because they're not account bound, it's only like character bound, which I really wish those were account bound. It would make alts and things so much nicer. Right now, doing plus 20s feels like not an overly great reward, I guess. Maybe if you always play on the same character. I'm probably just complaining because I've swapped between different characters over the past like couple patches. Well, Dragonfly I've been on this character, but the like end of Shadowlands, the beginning of Shadowlands, I was playing different characters. All shamans, of course, because I'm insane. But yeah, so like I think I have a different shaman character that's like season 4 portals and things from back in Shadowlands, but I just can't even use those anymore. I had someone actually ask me if I wanted to help do some cells recently, but I don't know why I said no. Maybe I should look into that. I feel like I don't always have the time for it either. So it doesn't take super long, but just to find the time between raiding and doing Mythic Plus can be kind of hard sometimes. I guess now's a good time though, at the end of the season when it's really only kind of one raid day a week to clear. Anyways, I need to get off here for the nights, but probably stream again on Friday actually because I'm off work. Huokan? I think I've heard of that. Let's look it up. What's the one I got invited to? Like Horizon or something? Yeah, Horizon. It's the one that I have. Anyways, okay. I gotta head out here, so thanks for hanging out, my dude. Be back on probably Friday for a little bit sometime. But I am out of here for the night, so have a good night.